How's it going, YouTube? This is Skul, and welcome to my video game pickups for the month of May 2019. We got a lot of stuff to go over, so let's just get into it. Let's see, let's start with the plushes. So earlier this month, May, I went to Comicpalooza, the biggest Comic Con in the Southwest United States, and I bought some stuff. So one of the things that I bought, actually I didn't buy this, a friend that I went with bought it for me. I was fully prepared to buy it for myself, but right when I was about to pay, they just handed the vendor the cash and got this for me. So thank you, Kai. But we got this Nidoqueen plush, and Nidoqueen is my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. It's been my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon ever since I can remember. And this is a really well-made plush. And I don't see plushes in Nidoqueen ever. This was the first time I'd ever seen one. So I saw it and I thought, I need it. So I got it, and Kai got it for me, so thank you, Kai. And we got these two plushes of Latios and Latios. So these are also really well made. I didn't buy these either. Corey, one of my mods on my Discord server and one of my patrons, sent them to me for my birthday. My birthday is June 2nd, so tomorrow, and they arrived a little early, so thank you so much, Corey. These look great. I can't wait to display them along with the rest of my plushes. And just put them there. There we go. Some non-video game related stuff I got this month. This Charmander pop figure. I got Bulbasaur a little while ago, I got Charmander now, and whenever Squirtle comes out, I'll get that. I'm not going to get every Pokemon pop, because there's already two. I'm missing Pikachu and the Jumbo Pikachu. Not about to fall down that rabbit hole, but I can at least get the starters. And I also got this. This was given away to people who went to see Detective Pikachu in theaters opening weekend. So what's inside is two promo cards. One is a Detective Pikachu, and the other is a random card from the Detective Pikachu subset. I'm keeping this sealed just so that I always, I know where it came from. I love Detective Pikachu, by the way. I've seen it twice in the theater. Teresa saw it 4 times, so yeah, we love Detective Pikachu, and that's just sort of a memento of when I want to see it. In fact, I dressed up like this as a Pokemon trainer, and I brought Zippy with me, so that was awesome. Let's see here. I guess I'll go this first. I hopped into a GameStop earlier this month and saw that they were not selling one, but two Vita games. So we got Code Realize Wintertide Miracles and Mortal Kombat. And it was just amazing to me that they were selling Vita games, and both of these were brand new. So I decided to hop on that, get a few more Vita games I was missing, because why not? So there we are. I picked up some PS1 games. Let's see. This is another one I picked up at Comicpalooza, Asteroids. I just saw that the vendor there had it, and it was, cheap, so figured why not. I want to grow my PS1 collection. I love the PS1. There's just something about the graphics that just screams to me, like, yeah, I love that. I picked this up from eBay, not from any vendor. Final Fantasy Anthology. The reason I picked this up is because this was the first release of Final Fantasy V outside of Japan. And this also includes Final Fantasy VI, which was released here on the Super Nintendo as Final Fantasy III. I mentioned this, I'm on a Final Fantasy high, I'm trying to get all the games, so I figured may as well pick this one up, because if I ever want to play 5, this is probably one of the easier ways to play it on the PlayStation. I forget how I got this one. Spec Ops Ranger Elite. Zero idea how I got that. And we got Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation, which I got from Comicpalooza as well, the same vendor as Asteroids. So, what I do with my PS1 games is I got these nice brand new jewel cases. I just swap out the artwork and the CD, and my Xbox just turned on over there and the CD just fell out of the case, but trust me, it looks great. It looks like brand new. It's amazing how much a new jewel case can help with that. I don't know why my Xbox turned on the second time right there. That was weird. Second time today. But while we're on the subject of Xbox, I got this. I'm sure most of you have no idea what it is. It says Xbox 360 right there, right? So is it a 360? No, it's not. This is an HD DVD player for the 360. So you guys know what Blu-rays are, right? Well, when Blu-rays first came out, there was a competitor to Blu-ray called HD DVD. Basically, theoretically, it gives the same output. It looks like just crystal clear 1080p video, the same that a Blu-ray can give you. And there was this format war between HD DVD and Blu-ray. Sony put a Blu-ray player in the PlayStation 3, so Microsoft made a 360 attachment that could play HD DVDs. So I bought this. It was like $30. This came with the box. It came with 8 HD DVD movies, and this is cheap. This is ridiculously cheap because the format failed. But I have a fascination with failed technology. You know, technology that was produced in the masses, it was sent out in the hopes that it would become the next big thing, and it failed. I have a fascination with that kind of thing. This is my only HD DVD player, so it's kind of weird booting up my Xbox 360 to play HD DVDs when Blu-rays, you know, they're much more commonplace, they're much easier to get. But just to give you an idea, Planet Earth, the beautiful documentary series for Discovery Channel, it was released on Blu-ray and HD DVD. I picked up the HD DVD for $1. That's how cheap they are. So they're really fun to collect. I probably will start an HD DVD collection. It's you know, I just love that sort of thing. I also picked up a PS1. That's PSONE, as you can see right there, the bottom of the lid. So I already had a PlayStation. It was a launch console, so it was like one of the very first ones that ever came out. The problem is, with the old PlayStations, the big gray ones, they put the power supply inside the unit itself, and they put it really close to the laser. So what happens with those older PlayStations is that the laser just sort of dies. The laser itself is fine, but the sled it moves on sort of warps, and it just becomes way too much effort to move along a slope both ways to read a disc, so they just give up. My PlayStation lasted for a good few years before I finally decided that it wasn't worth it to restart the system over and over and over again to make a disc work. I still have that, but I decided to pick up the PS1, which has an external power supply, so one of those bricks you plug into the wall, which means that the laser is much more reliable. In fact, I played the entirety of Spider-Man on the PlayStation, 0 issues. It's just so nice to put a disc in and it just works first time every time. And paired up with SCART cables on the OSSC, the picture looks amazing. I picked up a few N64 games for the first time this year. I really need to get back into collecting N64 games. I'm at 44% of the library now, I think 128 games, and the halfway point will be 148. So I'm really close to the halfway point of the North American Library, and what I picked up this month should help with that. So this is another one of those games I picked up at Comicpalooza. Banjo-Tooie. They had it for a good price. It was one I was missing. I don't even have Banjo-Kazooie yet, so that's probably one of the biggest games that I was missing. I'm still missing all 3 Mario Parties. I'm missing Conker's Bad Fur Day. I think I'm missing Mario Kart as well. But in terms of big games, this is one of the biggest ones that I was missing, that everyone knows about. I picked up a few other games on eBay just to help myself get a little higher on my number of N64 games. Picked up Body Harvest, which also came with Gex 3. And I remember playing Gex 3 when I was a kid. It's hard. It's hard, but I love it. It's a really hard platformer, and it took me a long time to figure out what you're supposed to do in certain situations. But the seller had both of these on sale for like $10 total, so I took that. And I also picked up Cyber Tiger, which is a golf game with Cheetah Woods. But it was a Blockbuster rental. I removed as much of it as I could, all these stickers that just scream Blockbuster. I'm not going to do it anymore. It's all part of the history, right? This was at one point a game that you could rent from Blockbuster. Anyway, let's see. I got a PS4 limited run game in the mail this month, Jak 2. So I actually got this game for free because for the longest time, they don't do this anymore, but for the longest time they would include a ticket with every single LRG game that shipped out. And when you racked up enough tickets, you can mail them back to their headquarters, and in return you can get discounts or even free things like a shirt or a hat or a game if you send in enough coupons. Eventually, I racked up enough coupons to send them to get a free game. So I got this because that was released that week, and it finally arrived. So probably the only limited run game I'll ever get for free. Like I said, they don't do that system anymore. My guess is they actually just lost way too much money out of it. But I did get one free game out of it, so that was great. I picked up a Wii U game I was missing, Pokken Tournament. I actually got this when it first released. I still have the Mewtwo amiibo card. It's in my Gone to Chris Mewtwo amiibo. Dark Mewtwo. Is that what it's called? Dark Mewtwo? I forget what it's called, but then I sold it because I'm never going to play Pokken Tournament on the Wii U again since Deluxe is out on the Switch. And then I started collecting Wii U games, so I figured I may as well pick it up. So I did. I'm at about 45% of the Wii U library, too. It's nice to just know that there is a finite number of Wii U games now, unless something crazy is announced at E3 like Just Dance 2020. But the Wii U library is set, so it's going to be really nice and easy to collect that. I actually picked up an Xbox One game this month, Rare Replay. And it was because I was watching some sort of Rare documentary. I was watching, I think, Digital Foundry's video on GoldenEye, on retrospective, GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. But anyway, so this is one of the few true Xbox One exclusives. Most Xbox One exclusives you can also play on PC. This is one that is exclusive to only the Xbox One, meaning you can't play it on PC, you can't play it anywhere else. So there's like 5 games total, and I think I got 3 now. That's pretty insane. So, yeah, if you love Rare games like Banjo-Kazooie, Perfect Dark's here, Battletoads, Jet Force Gemini, Blast Corps, Conqueror's Bad Fur Day. There's just tons of Rare games on here, so if you like them, then that's for you, for Xbox One. And now on to the Switch games. I got a lot this month. I think the vast majority of these I just got because they were on sale. I'll try and mention anything specific about them as I get to them. Assassin's Creed 3, that wasn't on sale. I just got it on release day. It was one of those games I pre-ordered while I had GCU, so I got 20% off it, so there we go. Happy Birthdays. Picking up... either this was on sale or it was on sale, but part of what I'm doing with the Switch now is, since I'm going to be getting a lot fewer of them since my GCU isn't there anymore, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pick up games out of the farthest back that I don't have yet. So, for example, I have every single game released in the Switch's first year. I have not that many released in its second year, but I do have a lot released in the second year, first month, second year, second month, etc. So basically, another way of thinking about it is the farthest back released that I don't have yet is what I'm trying to prioritize. So I believe there were like 3 games in a row that I picked up because I was missing them from that far back. These were released like last April, last May, and it's nice. You know, even though I don't have a complete second year on the Switch, at least I have everything behind a year ago, if that makes sense. I hope that I make sense. I'm trying to think of how to put this, but I think I got the point across. Happy Birthdays was one of those games. Hollow Knight just released today when I'm talking about this, or when I'm making this video. I just picked that up a few hours ago. Can't wait to play it. It looks like a great game. Hyrule Warriors is another one of those games that's the farthest back that I was missing. So literally every game released before Hyrule Warriors and up to Hyrule Warriors, I now have. Musinx, I got because it was on sale on Amazon. NBA 2K19, got because it was on sale at Amazon. Runner 3, another one of those farthest back games, so I have everything up through the release of Runner 3 now. Sid Meier's Civilization 6 on sale at Amazon. Just tons of games on sale at Amazon. Sushi Striker: The Way of Sushido on sale at Amazon. I actually had this game already digitally because Nintendo sent me a review code. So I actually really love this game. It's a fun puzzle game. It's not a puzzle game. It's a strategy game. It's really fun. Think of like Candy Crush but with sushi. That's not a good comparison, but you kind of get the idea. And Team Sonic Racing, which is another one of those games that I pre-ordered while I had GCU, so I got a discount on it. So those are my retail games I got for the Switch, and now I got 4 limited print games. We got 2 games that came in from LRG, Iconoclasts, and The Escapists. The Escapists 2 got a retail release, and I already bought that. The Escapists 1 got a limited run games release. I got my second game in from Strictly Limited Games, Velocity 2X, which is it's a shooter game, a shoot 'em up game. It's a vertical or horizontal scrolling shooter. I think it does both. Anyway, there we go. And finally, we got our first release from another limited print company. These things are going to destroy my wallet. Old Man's Journey from Red Art Games. This is their first Switch release. They come from France, so the back is all in French because of weird French laws about if a game is made in France, even if it's going to be sold everywhere else, it has to have the case in French. It does play in English, so that's the first... hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 5th limited run company that has successfully shipped a game out. And there it is, and that concludes this month's video game pickups. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite. I love the Latios and Latios plushes. I love the cards from Detective Pikachu because, you know, man, my childhood. I actually really love the HD DVD player because, like I said, I have a fascination with technology that failed. And I love the Nidoqueen probably the best because this is my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. And it was just so unexpected for Kai to give it to me. So, yeah. But that does it for this video. Thanks everyone for watching. Here are my patrons for this month. See you next month. Probably a little late because I'll be in Disney World when the next month rolls around. A little later in the month next month. See ya.